Good morning, everybody. My name is Will, and this is Clutch Attitude with the MMA headlines for August 26th, Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. And we're going to go over the headlines on the webpage MMA Fighting and on Crown and stuff like that, okay? So, the first headline here that we got is Tony Ferguson addresses UFC exit. So, basically, this story by Damon Martin basically it has Tony Ferguson talking about his UFC exit and going again on the issue about him fighting Khabib and he's taking shots at Khabib, taking shots at Connor, calling him McNuggets, and basically it's like a promotion for his fight that he has scheduled at yeah, I believe it's a boxing match that he's got coming up. But anyways, he talks about whenever he had an opportunity, supposedly an opportunity to coach the Ultimate Fighter with Khabib. Anyways, moving on to let's go back in here. Dricuss Du Plessi DDP comes out with his first statement since the loss to Khamzat Chimaev. He posted that on Instagram, and it reads, "It's been just over a week, and I have spent some time with my family and friends, those closest to me, who will be with me, win or lose. I embrace this loss with open arms because, believe me, as much as I hate losing, it's as much part of life as part of our game. I believe it's necessary in my pursuit of greatness. Without the bitter, the sweet wouldn't be as sweet." Well, we all know that DDP had a tough loss against Khamzat Chimaev, losing his middleweight championship, and it has taken some time for him to come out with a first statement. We all know what he said in the octagon right after the loss. He came out and said that he's coming back for the belt. So that's something that we gotta keep our eyes on, and that's something interesting moving forward. Sorry for this Range Rover ad. Oh my God. Moving on to Rage Jackson. Rage Jackson is Rampage Jackson's son, who, as seen in the video that went viral, appears to assault a pro wrestler at an event in video. So the wrestler Stu Jackson is now said to be stable but in critical condition. As what is saying, I guess one of his brothers came out and said that he's stable, and they've also sent out information about possibly getting some donations for his recovery. KnockX Pro Entertainment and Academy. That's actually a promotion from Rikishi, a WWE ex-WWE wrestler and Hall of Famer, father of Jay and Jimmy Uso from the WWE. They came out with a statement that says, "First and foremost, our thoughts and prayers are with our brother, Mr. Stuart Smith, Psycho Stu, as he remains a priority, and we are monitoring his well-being. What was supposed to be planned and agreed upon wrestling spot turned into a selfish, irresponsible act of violence against Mr. Smith. This egregious act is reprehensible and never should have occurred. In the 17 years of operation of KnockX Pro Wrestling Academy, there has never been anything as heinous take place, such as this, and we apologize to our patrons and fans." Some of the MMA fighters have come out. Controversial takes by Sean Strickland and also Cheryl Sonnen, and some of the wrestlers from KnockX Pro Entertainment Academy, the promotion, have called it a shame, saying that there was kids in the audience who didn't even understand what was going on. So that's some issues that are happening at the moment right here. Statements by Rampage Jackson have come out. I want to clear up the misinformation about my son Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler is awake and stable. Not saying that he's in critical condition. So basically, Rampage Jackson is taking the calming down the situation approach. Let's see how this goes, and hopefully we get to the bottom of it, because it has been some viral information in here. Okay. Moving up, I have seen that Brian Battle, just recently released from the UFC, has now a boxing match or a dirty boxing match against an opponent by the name of, I'm gonna look it up in here, Freitas. Freitas is coming off an ankle injury suffered in November of last year. He is making his dirty boxing debut as well as Brian Battle. This is going to take place in the middleweight division at 185. Dirty boxing is kind of like a new promotion that's a new sport, new MMA sport that's coming out, and it's going to take place in Miami at the Hangar on August 29th. So make sure to get your tickets for that. More news coming up in here. Let's see. Like we just talked about that. Gabe Stevenson is out of CJI 2. Grappling match against Craig Jones. He's probably going to focus on that MMA fight that he has at LFA. So that's yeah, Gable is out. Sorry guys. Craig Jones just revealed Gable Stevenson has pulled out due to turf toe. Oh, turf toe. That might not be the case. Maybe he's just focusing on his match at LFA, which probably promises a little bit more in the upcoming, now that he's transitioning from a wrestler. He supposedly he signed with WWE. WWE released him. He had a stint with the NFL. NFL released him, so now he's going to focus on the MMA, which is something that the MMA world has said has thought that he was going to be joining for all this time, but I guess we're getting that, right? We're getting the LFA bout against Braden Peterson at LFA 217, which is set for September 12th at the Mystic Lake Casino Hotel in Prior Lake, Minnesota. The 2020 Olympic gold medalist finally puts the MMA gloves on after a storied collegiate wrestling career, which includes 2 national championships, 2 Dan Hodge Trophy wins, and 5 All-American nods. Stevenson recently was part of the W development system before being released in May 2024. The matchup was expected to be Jones' final professional match and is also moving on from being the head man of B-Team Jiu-Jitsu. Jones said, I'm out of here. I've got 1 competition match left. B-Team is done, and I'll be leaving America after August 31st. I do not know what I'm doing, but you will not see me again. Oh, that's Craig Jones saying goodbye to the sport. One of the prime jiu-jitsu competitors saying goodbye. So that's big. What else we got in here? Headlines for August 26th. Most of these stories are from yesterday, but I'm just covering it for today. Kiefer Crosby blasts Mark Goddard after a illegal knee led to knockout loss at UFC Shanghai. Kiefer Crosby, as expected, is not thrilled with referee Mark Goddard. Well, we saw that at the combat, right? Crosby was knocked out by Tailaki Nuraji in the first round of their main card welterweight match at UFC Shanghai this past Saturday, but is mired with controversy. Nuraji blasted Crosby with an illegal knee that caused a stop to the auction. Goddard took 2 points away from Nuraji, but Crosby said he was good to continue after a doctor cleared him. Although he was clearly still not all there, moments later Nuraji finished the fight. This is controversial, of course. The knee was illegal. He took 2 points from Nuraji. And there has been controversial in this whole card about eye pokes and illegal knee, like on this one. I didn't see Kiefer Crosby have a chance against Nuraji, but yeah, it is something to cover, Crosby reacted to the questionable moment, calling Goddard out specifically for how the situation was handled. Come on, he did ask you if you wanted to continue, and you said you did want to continue. You got knocked out right after. I mean, you had you had a moment of where you could make a decision, and it could have been a no contest. You could have moved on forward, right? But that wasn't the case. There goes the illegal knee. All right. Yeah, take away a point and I'll carry on. Sounds good. Crosby wrote, my job is to keep you safe at all times. How come I didn't get 5 minutes to recover? Matt Goddard. 45 seconds I got, and I couldn't even see straight or remember what happened. Obviously, I was going to continue because that's what fighters do. But to rush me back and whilst still concussed and confused is fucking ridiculous. Playing with my life. Ridiculous call. The loss drops Crosby to 0-3 in the UFC, suffering first round stoppage. Basically, Kiefer Crosby has a point here. Yeah, it was an illegal knee. Yeah, he came out pretty quick, but he had a decision to make, and he decided to keep on going. Those getting TKO'd right after. In my opinion, this is just a cry out for Crosby to have another shot at the UFC, basically. Because, of course, 0-3, that means he could probably be cut from the UFC. Moving on, guys, and I hope you're having a good morning. MMA pound for pound rankings. How far does Dricuss Du Plessi fall after UFC 319 flop? All right, this was Alexander Lee reported this on August 24th, a couple days ago. Yeah, he already dropped 7 spots, so he went from dropping all the way from number 5 to number 11, while Chimaev makes a massive 8-spot jump to claim Du Plessis' spot. Yeah, this was pretty big. So he went from 5th all the way to 11, 6 spots, sorry. So he dropped 6 spots in the MMA. So this is a men's pound for pound rankings in the MMA fighting website. Let's see on the UFC official website. In the pound for pound, he dropped to 11 as well. Okay. So no change there at all. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for today. Active articles, of course, the Reggie Jackson, that's the most talked about news in the MMA world at the moment, because of course he's the son of prominent fighter Rampage Jackson, and it's just a shame, what's going on in this. He still hasn't been arrested, but there is an ongoing investigation. I would say that my take on that is let the law take its place and see what they come up with. Yeah, I would no excuses for Raja Jackson. He acted really wrong in this situation. There was also a wrestler as well that kind of was telling him to go ahead and get his receipt. So there could be reprimand to Raja Jackson, the promotion as well, who was wrong to put Raja Jackson in such a position. Somebody that is not a worker and is not a wrestler, pro wrestler. So there was signs of this even from the start of the stream. I don't know what happened, but this is not the right thing to do for Raja Jackson. And this is going to put his dad in the spotlight and all his troubles with his son. Well, what it already has, it's so many viral videos of him with reactions to his son knocking him out, and stories that are coming out about Rampage Jackson supposedly not being a good father and all that. But anyways, let the law take its place and do the right thing, and hopefully the wrestlers too. It's better, gets better, and I guess his brother or his brother-in-law or his cousin has a page in Facebook that y'all can go in and donate for his recovery. But anyways, that was it. I hope you guys have a great morning. I will try to do these MMA headlines every single day to try to go over what's going on in the MMA world, and mostly from MMA fighting. I like their content. I like that they update almost every single day on Crowned as well from Yahoo Sports and Ariel Helwani. So anyways, have a good morning, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and God bless. Thank you.